All right, how you doing? So this article comes from Gothamist, BK Mag, Ticket TV. There was another guy, Music Recording Studio Network, was talking about this. So I've been thinking about what I want to say for the last day or so about what I'm about to tell you about the JayZ. Okay, this guy then got caught up in another dubious business scam. You know what I'm saying? And really, when you think about it, I just think it's really disgusting, really, okay, for some young person, okay, that maybe have aspired dreams to try to be somebody. They think that they're going to be somebody, and then they turn out to get scammed. So, according to these articles, man, this dude is this RocNation school that they're doing. It was like a school of arts. I think they had like music and drawing and things like that. Things like radio producing and stuff like that. Okay, anything to do with radio or putting together studios. And they were a prep school for Long Island University, LIU. Okay, where they were offering these so-called Hope scholarships. Okay, and let me tell you something. He's not the only one. They have other people that's doing this. I know P. Diddy, he's got a school up there in, I believe, Harlem. There's a few others, LeBron James, that they got schools, and I think that these schools are really kind of like they use the names as a hook to get these students in, all right, for a certain amount of years. But nevertheless, back to the story. That there were 50 kids that were admitted to the school, and they were promised tuition-free education. Okay, according to, I guess, whatever offer letters that they had, or when they got accepted, you know. So I guess they get accepted, and then they get an offer letter. And this would happen in 2021. So they were there for a year or two, and then when they graduated, then they end up owing money. The amounts were between $5,000 and like $39,000. Okay, for something that they didn't know about. Okay, there was this. Let's see here, Gothamist magazine. Okay, they had these kids that were complaining. It was access of a dozen of these kids that were in debt that complained to this magazine I just told you about. Okay, one had claimed that they were putting together a music studio, or they were kind of piecing it out for in a building that didn't even exist. Okay, so they were into that type of work. And those guys end up owing $39,000, this particular student. Okay, there was another student that claimed that he or she owed $26,000, was able to negotiate it down to $5,000 and things like that. So it's either they had to borrow the money, okay, probably from if they even do Stafford loans anymore. I haven't had a school loan in probably 35 years. So, but they either had to borrow the money for school, whatever school loan program, or they had to drop out of the school, okay, in the middle of class, in the middle of the session, all right, that they were taking. You know, when you really look at this stuff, it really just makes you shake your head, okay? Now, the school actually reached out to this Gothamist magazine, and they were saying that, well, it wasn't, they didn't put on fine print that the school only paid the tuition, because that's what it really just paid, but it didn't say that on the original like offer letter, okay? But they didn't count for like room and board and things like that, okay? So they had to change it to the room and board. Okay. So these kids, and more than likely the parents of the kids, didn't know. That's what they assumed, that they were going to pay for everything. And I'm pretty sure that, you know, like you would, as a viewer, you would look at that the same way too. Okay. I don't know if the school is still going on or not, but it's kind of like they got these kids in and kind of used them for their ideas and talent and things like that, got what they wanted out of them, and then they end up graduating or dropped out, okay, with all this damn debt. You know, I mean, it's like, okay, you know, we talked about some other business scams that JayZ did with stocks, and let's see here, he did one last week where he took a brother's ideas about robots or AI and things like that and sold it to Elon Musk, and this guy, the guy that had the ideas, didn't get anything, and Elon and JayZ profited off of it. And this guy more than likely profited off the school and things like that for getting these students in, while they end up in a lot of debt, okay? So I'm pretty sure that he took that money from somewhere, but that's, you know, neither here or there, because I'm looking too far into it, okay? But too much into it, I'm sorry. But this ain't right, you know what I'm saying? Where kids, as said earlier, with aspiring dreams are getting scammed or ripped off. And where do they go? Okay. So, you know, young folks, you want to start looking at other avenues or whatever and preserve your talent. Okay. And other than leaving it with someone else, you may want to look at things like Spotify or YouTube and, you know, other ideas that, you know, you can try to maybe have your own business, like the one guy that put together the studio, okay, where they could maybe hopefully save up enough money, again, to have their own business, and then they can put the studios together for people and get paid doing it like that. So, you know, you want to consider finding other ways. And these kids are complaining like it's about that and trying to get some like restitution, okay? So I think that, you know, all the fire JayZ is under, trust me, they're going to add all that up, okay? These scams, and there's still another complaint out there with SA, okay, that your boy Tony Busby did not put out yet, okay? I understand that he made under the table, okay, allegedly under the table settlement with some Jane Doe girl. Now, I don't know if it's the same one, but there was one that was dismissed and another one that was still out there. That's maybe information I'm gonna have to find out, talk about that on another video, okay? So I didn't get a chance to look at the podcast yet. It's already out. So I think that JayZ's really gonna need to watch himself, okay? All right, well, that's going to be my time there. I appreciate you taking the time to listen to this video. I really appreciate it. Cash App $ Winston Spivey if you want to donate. And, you know, consider subscribing and let me know what you think about the video. All right, and check out some of the other videos. Thank you.